Okay, so I had this thought, and this is what I wanted to share with you in this video. It's a beautiful day out, and I think it's supposed to get up in the 70s here. You can hear the sound of lawnmowers running. It's just a beautiful day, and I believe God is working in this hour. And my thought, though, went as I was, I've talked, obviously. I work at an essential job, and it's called essential, so obviously we go and, to work, or I do every day, and obviously you talk with a lot of people's, panicking and all of that. And I had a scripture that came to my mind, and actually it's about 3 verses, and it's John chapter number 9. And I want you to think about this now. If you're out there and you're a believer, just think about this. John chapter 9, verses 1 through 3. And this is where that Jesus and his disciples walks upon a man who's blind. And now you can read it. I'm not going to take the time to read it. But the man is blind, and the disciples, the disciples, now think about that. It wasn't an unbeliever. This was the disciples that actually asked Jesus, why was this man blind? They said, did he sin? Or was it his parents who sinned that caused this man to be blind? And Jesus responded, and basically he told them, he said, this man is not blind because of sin. He said, this man is basically in his condition so that the works of God could be made manifest. In other words, each and everything that we might see sometimes, we might wonder, well, why is it like that? And Jesus was saying, these particular situations are so the mighty power of God can be made manifest. So when you look at things around you, and everybody's freaking out on this virus, but it was like I said the other day, when God brings us through this, and he will, and I believe he's going to bring us through it quicker than a lot of people think, but when he brings us through this, there's going to be a lot of people that's saying, wow, how did this happen? We were supposed to be in this way for months, and how did this happen, But when God does this work, then there's going to be a lot of people out there that it's going to be up to the people of God to say, hey, God did this. But the disciples, they wasn't at first in that position to say that, because they was questioning, why is the man like this to start with? But Jesus said it's these things come upon man, basically, in cities and countries, but he said basically anything that comes upon man can be done so that the works of God could be made manifest, could be shown, the power of God could be shown, the glory of God can be shown. So, you say, what do you suggest? My suggestion is this: use this opportunity today, tomorrow, however long this goes on, 2 weeks from now, however long it goes on, to pray, to get closer to God. And, just think of it this way. You're in training, sort of. Think of this as a little training where, whenever you got a boxer and they're getting ready to go to a fight, one of their big boxing matches, they're not out training in public. A lot of them go in and they train in these gyms, and we don't ever see them train. But then they come out and they take it to the opponent. Well, just think of it this way. When we get brought through this, you're going to have had a lot of training you could have went through. Spiritual training. If you noticed my last video, I was talking about being spiritually fit as well as physically fit. So get closer to God during this time. You've got no distractions. There's no movies being made. There's no sports events to go to. You're not getting out and going to a lot of places, if any. So use this opportunity, to get family, God, get all of this stuff in your mind, and enjoy your family, get closer to God, and then when God brings us through this, that people will see the works of God that were manifested right before them the whole time. John chapter 9, verses 1 through 3. I'll put the link in the description box. Please read it, and maybe that'll bless you. And like and subscribe to this channel, please. Share it so your other friends can see it. As I said, a lot of people don't get to go out to church right now, and most people shouldn't be going right now. I'll say it like that. We're supposed to obey the laws of the land, and it's not churches that people singling out. A lot of people say, well, we're supposed to be able to do this and that. Well, here's the thing. People's not going to sports events. People's not going to the movie theaters. It's not just churches. They're saying stay home for the sake of the country. And so, you know, here's what, you know, tune in here. And there's a lot of, with social media today, you know, you can see preachers, and you know, you can hear things, and you can FaceTime people. So do what you're supposed to do. Like and subscribe to this channel. Follow us on Twitter, God Country and You. We try to post things on there and retweets and things like that. And just, as I said, share it with your friends. And maybe we'll get more. The more people that like it, the more people that view it, the better promotion I get, to where maybe we can reach more people. And that's our goal here, is to help people and to encourage people. Because God has got this. Don't you forget that. And stay tuned. Catch us on the next video, and we'll continue to talk about this series that we're going to be doing. Thank you.